Good morning. Well, is it morning? It is certainly morning. Good. Nothing particularly good about it. Nothing particularly bad about it either. So I think, yeah, morning covers it. Yeah. But it is Tuesday, which means that we had a game last night, which means that it's time for a recap. So, yesterday I predicted that we'd fight a fire creature because we ended the last game about to fight a fire creature. I was correct. We fought a fire creature. It was very interesting. It came down to the wire. At one point, we had two members of the party plus one of their NPC crewmen all unconscious at the same time. At one point, we had a person unconscious in the water and sinking. Actually, at one point, we had two people unconscious in the water and sinking. The other boat was on fire. For a few rounds, their boat was on fire. They tried various different things while the fire creature threw fireballs at them. Which, actually, he only threw one fireball, but it was fairly devastating. Fireball exploding on a wooden boat where people are all clumped together by the size of the boat is pretty devastating. It hurt pretty bad. Eventually the two boats drifted close enough together that the fire creature was able to make the leap over onto the party's boat. Unfortunately, this proved its undoing, as getting close enough to them to do that also meant that they had a chance of trying to knock it into the water. Now, as I said yesterday in the preview, I overpowered this creature because I expected that at some point he would get knocked into the water. That was true. He still had about 75% of his hit points at the time. But as a final act, basically as he hit the water and died, the fact that he was fire in water caused basically a boiling steam to billow up from the area and managed to do a little bit more damage to the party there. I think the steam actually might have knocked someone unconscious again, knocked them back down to zero. We had a couple people that did not have a good day. One of the members of the party was shot with a ballista bolt, which you can imagine was painful. And then we had another one that I think went down, went unconscious 3 times, but they managed to rescue him each time. The other boat eventually sank, and they were able to put out the fires on their boat and make repairs. And they then journeyed forward. Now, progressing onward towards the island, they eventually encountered some kraken, which initially was a source of fear, and then they got closer and realized the krakens were dead, and there was less fear. And then they got closer and realized the krakens were covered in pestilent boils and leaking a black, oily, burning flesh-smelling substance. And then they got a bit nervous again. They left the krakens where they were. They headed on. Many apologies. They headed on. They, a few days later, ran into some sharks. Also dead. Also leaking quite a bit of black, tarry, smelly substance. They continued on. and the next morning found their boat cutting its way through a slew of dead bladefish floating on the surface, also leaking black, oily substance. And then we wrapped up the game as the group arrived at their destination, at the island that they have been seeking. They begin to approach the island, and as they do, they notice smoke coming from the island. Quite a bit of smoke coming from the island. More smoke than they would have expected to be coming from the island if the tribe was there. And they saw that most of the tribe was gone, because they passed them a few days ago. Yeah, so that's where we left off. We did finish a bit early. I wasn't feeling great last night. Still not feeling great today, but yeah, so we did cut it off early, but we did get to where I wanted to get to. So that's another prediction completed. I did manage to finish this at the island. Next week we will explore the island and see if they immediately jump back in a boat and sail away again. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today. Hopefully you are enjoying the series I'm doing. Hopefully I can wake up before I get to work. If you liked today's video, by all means, please like it. If you would like to continue seeing videos, please subscribe. I do Disney videos on a Friday. Monday through Thursday, it's Dungeons & Dragons stuff. Except on the rare occasion I'm not running Dungeons & Dragons, in which case I do cut over to series about other RPGs and other games that I do occasionally drop into. By all means, please try to have a good day, and I will see you back here tomorrow.